We're still at the very early stages of our renovation and self-build journey, and we're just camping out while we're here, really trying to improve on things to make things easier. So we have this washing up station now, if you saw that in vlog 9, and now we don't have to crouch on the ground anymore with Roy licking the plates. We can do the washing up a little bit more hygienically. It's such a luxury having hot soapy water. Look forward to the washing up now. You can see we have a bucket placed strategically beneath the unplumbed plug hole, that's difficult to say, to catch any water that might fall through. If you remember yesterday, we bought this 16 amp wire and it was over there. Here's a fire pit. We did try and keep it around there, but I think it got kicked and a spark flew out of the fire.
No, a piece of wood fell out of the fire.
Oh, did it?
There's a long piece of wood fell out of the fire and it sort of
it burned.
flipped over and landed on top of it.
It wasn't actually running at the time, but because we only run the generator for perhaps a few hours at a time, but it means that there needs to be a repair to keep it safe. So what is it that you're doing there now?
We're just shortening the lead, making it
no, but what's
a long, expensive extension lead into a short, expensive extension lead.
But then you're going to be able to attach them somehow.
I can get 2 more ends, and we can have a full extension still.
Right. How do you know what you're doing anyway?
Oh. I've done it lots of times. It's only like wiring a plug, like wiring a normal plug, except with a 16 amp.
Yeah.
You obviously, because you've got inline plugs, your lives and neutrals change poles in the male and the female part.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It's just a 16 amp plug.
Alright. I thought you gave a special name for it.
Not really.
See if it's working. Let's see. Yeah, it is. This is a big challenge. We're going to try and get rid of this oven. It's not salvageable in any way, so it's obviously going to be very heavy, so we're going to try and take it to bits and then drag it out and get it in the skip. Here's the little tray for the hearth and all the ashes from last time it was used in cooking 25 years ago. Had a bit of a stressful day, to be honest. We've just made a video about getting rid of the oven, haven't we, in the kitchen, but actually we were all quite morose with sort of subdued heavy hearts really, because we've lost Roy. And if you remember in the last video, I think we were calling him back because he just kept running off, but he was always in the videos previously barking and everything, and he just loved being here. But yesterday we had a bit of a scare, and you went off into the forest.
It was the day before yesterday.
No, it was yesterday when you called him back with Sid and you went, had to go looking for him.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Just been, well,
He's
think
been.
it was the day before.
Oh, it might have been. I can't remember what day is what. But yeah, we haven't tethered him. We've just let him explore, and he's always come back. So this morning, pottering around outside, and we weren't really paying attention. And then he said, "Where's Roy?" And I heard some barking in the distance. Went looking for him, and we just went calling him.
We just assumed he was going to come back again, like he did the day before.
Like he has. And he didn't. And we had plans for today. So we were planning to go out. We changed our plans. So we didn't want to go out on and off. We've been out calling. We've been on the walks. We've been to the places that we've been yesterday and familiar places.
We've been to all the familiar places
yeah.
where Roy and Sid would have been. And
yeah. And nothing at all, which is just really strange. So it's now nearly 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It's a long time for him to be away. He didn't have any breakfast, so we thought that just hunger would bring him back. We lit a fire. We had a barbecue, thinking hopefully the smells would bring him back. We have been sort of reading about the fact that if an animal runs away and your pet runs away, they can go into survival mode. So calling them isn't always the best thing to do if it gets after so long. So it's just a case of walking up and down those familiar places so that they get your scent, and it reinforces your scent
everywhere they might have crossed.
Yeah, and so what we've got to hope for is that as the night falls, he's probably in his own time zone in his head, and he's just so excited and running on adrenaline. But there will come a time when he'll be tired and he'll want to sleep. And he'll want warmth. He'll want to be able to curl up. He will want some food. He won't get much. He won't be able to scavenge for much.
Well, he's such a little family dog. He's not. He's not a survivor. He's not a wild dog.
He's a poodle, for goodness' sake. So, and I even sort of joked yesterday evening when we were all settling in the caravan. I said, it's as if he's battling between going feral and then wanting to snuggle up on the duvet where it's nice and warm with us. So. We don't really know. We're in unfamiliar territory with this. If he's still not here by morning, we'll get in touch with the vet and just let him know that it's a missing dog. We did drive down to our neighbours, so we've met our neighbours actually about half a mile down the road, introduced ourselves, and they'll keep an eye open for him. He is chipped and he does have a tag on his collar, so we don't really think any real harm has come to him. We're hoping not. There's no reason to think that. We just think he's sort of enjoying himself too much, and that hopefully hunger will bring him back. And need for shelter, need to be warm.
Especially when the sun starts going down.
Yeah, because it's been a nice day. There hasn't been raining today. He hates the rain, doesn't he? He's such a wimp with the rain.
Yeah.
So that's how we're feeling today, and we're just sort of wanted to tell you about that.
Sid's struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
So I have to take care of him as well.
Yeah. So it's just one day at a time, and we've only just got over that anxiety about the car, and that's resolved. And then there's another reason to be anxious, and even though the circumstances have changed, it's that fear, dealing with anxiety, and it's about having to just manage that and help each other, support each other through it. So it's challenging. It's been challenging for Ray, as we didn't expect. And, just not having water, just not having electricity, that seems like nothing now, does it?
No, the car was nothing.
It's easy. When you get these other challenges, I mean, it puts it in perspective, So we just hope that the next video we make, this is resolved too. And it's a happy ending, yeah. Just been out looking for Roy. There's no sign of him. It's 9 o'clock, and we're going to have to just settle for the night. Hope that he just finds his way back. Sometimes, apparently, when it gets dark, they come home to roost, as it were. Just really, really feels sorry. Well, we're all worried, but I especially feel for Sid, because I don't know how he's going to cope with it if we don't find Roy. I just hope that, in the next couple of days, I hope that it'll come later tonight, barking at the door when he wants to come in for sleep, because he snuggles at the bottom of our bed. And he's used to his routines, so he will be wanting shelter and warmth, and it does get quite cold at night. So let's just hope. Can you see that ray of sunshine? As the sun sets there, like that ray of light. Just hoping that's our little light of hope, a little spark of light that we're holding for Roy to return tonight.